Google searches for the term Cardano are as high as never before. Now, you might think that's bullish, but we need to take a closer look at that. What's up? My name is Caroline, and this is Wealth in Progress, where you'll learn how to make passive income with cryptocurrencies. In this video, we'll look at the latest search volumes in Google for Bitcoin and Cardano. Now, Google searches can be quite a good indicator to show you where the market will move next, but it might not be exactly the way you think. Now, of course, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion, and we'll just look at what has historically happened. It can always be different this time around. Now, one more thing before we get started. We're finally advancing to the final stages before the membership site finally goes live. I can't wait for it to launch soon. So if you're interested in getting into the super early bird option, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter down below. This is about the last chance for you to get in for that super early bird option. So go ahead right now into the description and subscribe to my newsletter. Okay, let's dive in. Okay, now what has inspired me to make this video is this article. So I came across this article that is by Be Crypto, and it says Bitcoin Google searches hit a 9-month low, Cardano surges. Now, I've actually came across this idea or this metric in terms of market analysis a few months ago, a few years ago already, and I basically just forgot about it because there's so many things that you can look at in terms of market analysis or trading analysis. So I looked at different indicators and I completely forgot about that, but it's actually a really good indicator, especially to see where the top could be or where the bottom could be. So it's not super reliable for in between, but for tops and bottoms, it's a pretty good indicator. Of course, you shouldn't only look at that. You should look at it in a combination with other indicators and metrics, and the most important ones will actually be shared in our membership site. So we'll be sharing the most important signals to basically time the top and the bottom at least a little better than if you don't know the signals or metrics. Again, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter to be able to participate in the super early bird option. So anyway, one of the metrics that we can look at are the search terms. All right, now you can actually look at those trends yourself. You just have to go to Google Trends. I'll leave the link in the description down below. So we'll click on that, and then all you have to do is you type in your search term. So that would be Bitcoin in our example. And then what we'll do here is we'll choose worldwide, and we go to the past 5 years because that's what has been mentioned in the article. And now you can see the development very well. So you can see here the highest it went in May was 81. So that was between May 16th and May 22nd. So let's quickly look at the charts and let's look at what happened then. So if we look at the area between May 16th and May 22nd, you can see that's actually already almost too late. So that's when the crash already happened, and yet search terms are really high. So that's one possible scenario, and of course in that case you're too late. But what can also happen is that it's right before it happens. So let's look at 2017. So in 2017 it reached the highest level, so 100, between December 17th and December 23rd. Okay, let's look at that. December 17th, that's pretty much the top. And then if we go a few days further, so 23rd, that has already dropped by almost, it went really low on that day. So it had a 50% correction in that area, and that's despite a whole lot of people searching for that. So as you can see, it's good to time the top, because you can see that huge increase. So that's just within like a week. So it was at 28 between November 19th and 25th, and then 1 week later it went up to 94. So if you see something like that, that's a really, really good indicator that the top is very soon going to be reached. But if we look at here, so the search terms are really high, but we were already past that stage. So this is the difference. It really only works when we're near the top of a bull market. So what does this tell us? It probably hasn't been the end of this bull market in May, between May 16th and 22nd. Of course, this is never for sure, but this is what this metric tells us. But if you see something like that, so right now we're at 24 for Bitcoin. So let's just say that spiked up within a week and went to over 90. That would be a pretty good indicator that we would see the top very, very soon. Okay, let's look at Cardano next and compare to the charts again. So we'll just type in Cardano in here and we'll leave the rest as it is. So we'll leave Worldwell and the past 5 years. So the last top in the last bull market has been between December 31st and January 6th, and that went to 35 in terms of search volume. So you can see that's relatively low compared to Bitcoin, and that's mostly because Cardano hasn't been very well known back then. What we can see in the past few months looks pretty different though. So what we see here is we've also got a pretty steep increase here. So between April 25th and May 1st, it was at 41, and then within 1 week it spiked up to 100. So it can't go higher than that. So that's also a pretty good indicator that it's going to go down pretty soon. So let's look at it on the chart. So it was between May 9th. Okay, so May 9th was here. So that was at 162, and then the end of it was May 15th. May 15th, and you can see that's almost the top. So the top was on May 16th and it went up to 247, I think. So again, you can see this has been a much crazier increase than with Bitcoin in the same range. So for the same range, Bitcoin here went up from 47 to 81. So that's a pretty good increase as well. But it's nowhere as crazy as for Cardano, and especially if it goes up to 100, it can't go higher than that. So it's highly likely that the price will decrease after that. Okay, so what does this mean for right now? Let's look at the past 12 months to get a better picture for Cardano again. So what we can see here, it went up to 100 and now it went down. So there was that bit of a crash that we had in the whole market, and look what's happening now. It's increasing very steadily again, and we're currently at 59. So that has been the last week, we're at 59, and here it estimates where it goes next. So it estimates that for this week the search terms will go up to 84. Now what I think will happen is that this will go up to 100 again. Most likely it will hit it just before September 12th. So this is just, everyone's talking about it because smart contracts are coming live very soon on September 12th, and it's been everywhere. It's been all over the news. Everyone's been talking about it, and that is why the search terms are increasing so much. Now what does this mean in terms of price? What I think will happen is that it will increase, so it will probably, I could see the price spiking up quite a bit just before September 12th, and the same will happen with the search term. So it might go back to 100, but then be very careful, because after the launch date, it could very well get a quite steep correction. So what usually happens is that buy the hype, sell the news kind of thing. So what this means is hype builds up before a certain date or before a certain event happens, and that's a very good time to buy in because prices usually spike. But then you need to be very careful, because usually after the event has passed, there's a correction, because people estimate that it will go up until the event and then people sell. So if you want to profit from that, it's a good idea to at least take a little bit out when that top is reached, especially if the search terms go back to 100. That's definitely what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna look at the search terms. I have my sell orders placed already. I will take out a little bit, and then if it drops, I buy back in. And if not, that's totally fine as well, because it's good to take some profit in any case. But keep that in mind. Take a look at those trends every now and then. If Cardano goes up very high, close to 100, pretty good sign that the price could have a correction very soon. Alright, so that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used the search term metric to look at where the market is currently, or to time the top if you want to say so. Let me know if you've ever looked at that, or if this is completely new to you. As mentioned earlier, this isn't the only metric you should look at. There are tons of very useful signals that you will get in the membership side, so don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter to be the first to be notified when that super early bird is finally live. If you like this video, hit the like button down below, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!